All right, so after spending a few minutes, oh, in the middle, pretty small, so it's not so bad. The grass is cut at about the height I would like it to be, so once I get the pile cleaned up, then I'll mow without the bag, and the final passing yards will be with the bag. And that's when we're going to go with the final. So I get a lot of questions about the bag. Anytime the grass gets real wet, when you put the bag on, they don't flow through to the bag because of wet, they will clump into it. Bagging is really more for like if you're doing regular maintenance and you want the pristine. Once you get everything cleaned up, so we got the piles, we'll put it on a tarp, we'll drag it out to the trailer, put it in the trailer, and then from there, we'll work properly. All right, I'm going to get to it. We're going to do the string trimming next. I'm not going to get radical in this area. We're going to use that steel, a danger to it. Not to leave this right out necessarily, so that's all good. But you have to be careful there. Other than that, that's basically where we're at, so we'll get back to it. All right, it's apparently hot. My camera keeps dying. It died on me when it's coming around. This is stupid. I don't know what the next step is if that doesn't work, but we'll figure it out. We'll have the sewer working correct by the time I want to wash. But right now it's about 5 o'clock, so yeah, between all the different running around and different conversations I had on the phone today, I wrapped up all the edging and stuff so that I can clean up the grass tomorrow.
You're probably gonna have to get a guy with a jetter.
A jetter.
I think with all them flushable wipes and stuff.
A big section, like 10-foot, 5-foot section, is just plumb full of that toilet paper and the wipes.
We did get the poison ivy sprayed off. Plumbers came out, we found out what we need to do, and so now it's just making it happen.
Hey, if I answer
I'm actually working on a project in Pryor, Oklahoma.
Pryor, okay.
And I had another plumber. Anyways,
Okay.
he suggested, yeah, yep.
Yeah, Dale Jr., Billy?
Yeah, he said the pipe's going to need jetted out.
Yeah.
Can I hire you guys to do that?
Yeah, I got a jetter. What's going on?
All right. Yeah, she didn't even know it was clogged up. I just went to mow the backyard, and I'm like, it's
Oh my
so
God,
wet
it's
back here.
full.
Woo! It worked out perfect. It's so good to know good contractors. Anyways, we go about 10 a.m. and last night was pretty eventful. So it was Rachel's birthday, and then our son has this upper and not a whole lot. This Bradford pear over here, which isn't pretty going to be on this tree. Yesterday when I was cleaning up the sidewalk, you may not have been able to see it with where the camera was, but I did find the water meter. Not supposed to be in there, cut out. We're going to toss it on the lawn and blow the clippings out onto the lawn. Then we're going to mow with our bag on the mow. We'll be removing as much of that debris as possible, and the rest that's cut up real fine and falls down in the turf is just beneficial to the grass. Before it gets, because this is actually 1 year's growth. So this is all new growth. I'm sorry. This is new growth, just to show you how fast this grows. I'm going to go ahead and cut it down, which will open this up. And again, let's go ahead and trim it halfway, see what that looks like, and then if we decide we want to take it further, we definitely can. We'll get this out first. So. Right here is a mulberry tree. Leaf that looks like a mitten's a dead giveaway, but it does also have these. I've trimmed hundreds of these over the years. I know that this is going to green right back up, fill up, have a ton of foliage, probably with them. So I'll ask her later. And if she doesn't, you'll see it in the after shots, left like that. If she does want them down, just see it cleaned up. On this shrub and why I trimmed it the way I did. You'll notice I kind of skimmed over this. I'm not trying to emphasize this. This is it that was growing here, and it kept this from being able to actually get the photosynthesis and what it needed. These two areas together. So the light trimming here to help let it grow. It's gonna. Now over here, I pulled this limb up, so this limb is actually down. And this is an example of what I was talking. This part of the holly. Thankfully, my beautiful wife's only a call away, and so she's actually showing up. And I wasn't more of an issue, but again, probably don't do that. I highly suggest you not do that. In fact, a long time ago, edging a sidewalk, I was using my string trimmer, not the edge blade, but a string trimmer to edge, and I was starting to sweat so that I could see issue on my eye, and it's affected my vision. That was 7 or 8 years ago now, early stages of starting my business, and I talked to an optometrist on the phone, and they said, yeah, you need to come in and have your eye done. What happens if I don't? I said, well, there's about a 50-50 shot that you may or may not go blind. I got lucky. I didn't go blind, but I did take permanent vision damage because I've got a scar on my cornea from it. Hearing protection. I've got these Bose noise canceling headphones. I don't know that it's nice. Basically, turn it up louder than the equipment. Not the route to go. I'm still working on that. I wear earplugs occasionally. But when it's some Led Zeppelin, na 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 na. I don't know why I didn't have extra spares in my truck.
Well, to prevent that, or to solve that, I brought some others, and I thought, you know what, I wish I had an alcohol pad.
This thing's awesome. So, this is the M12, or M8. There's your car. I got that on film. Now it's confirmed. You're the one that's doing it.
Let me tell you though, it is because of what.
All right, Carly, when you get there, I'm exactly 61 minutes on this.
All right, man. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you. That's the plumbers.
Nice.
Our choice. Called Hendrix out yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't even know you got service this far out. I don't know if you got a cane ran a 50-foot snake and a 100-foot snake. He said, man, when it comes back like that, normally it's for one. All right, I was taking a look at it. They said 3,200 PSI. This is. Does that tip spin? Mm-hmm. That's cool. Dude, that's cool. How many gallons a minute is that, do you know?
No, not off the top of my head.
Probably 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That just broke something loose, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. There it is.
So this is the camera that'll go down there. You got a belly right there. What do you mean? So how far does this thing go out?
I think this one's got 85 foot on it, 90.
What'd you call that with the power sprayer? Your power washing driveway is just a different tip. Probably a more flexible line too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And we got a whole toolbox full of different heads for any kind of situation we run into. 111th Memorial.
You guys took the creek turnpike or something?
Yeah, yes. Took a creek. And don't like to grease them. That's why we don't bury them down all the way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Rather come out here.
The good news is it's hot. If you look down here, you can see all of the moisture in the water. Because that's a huge section of the yard, so I'm not even gonna mess with it, but I'm gonna start the clock. I'm gonna give it 4 days. So, with that said, the front is wrapped up. I'm gonna go start the property across the street. The magic of editing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm back. It's been about 4, because it is pretty tall. So we got a path where they came through. All that morning dew that's on it, that's gonna make it a pain to cut. Cut. We're gonna get that out of here. All right, let's go and get to it. All right, so after spending a few minutes, that one in the middle is pretty small, so it's not so bad. The grass is cut at about the height I would like it to be. So once I get the piles cleaned up, then I'll mow without the bag, and the final pass in the yard will be with the bag, and that's when we're gonna get all the fine particles. So I get a lot of questions about that. Is anytime the grass clippings are real wet, when you put a bag on, they don't flow through to the bag because they're wet, they will clump instantly. Bagging is really more for like if you're doing regular maintenance and you want the pristine. Once you get everything cleaned up, so we got some piles, we'll put it on a tarp, we'll drag it out to the trailer, put it in the trailer, and then from there, it'll work properly. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. We're gonna do the string trimming next. I'm not gonna get radical in this area. We're gonna use, that's still a danger to me. Not to leave this right out necessarily, so that's all good. But you have to be careful there. Other than that, that's basically where we're at, so we'll get back to it. What's up, baby? Say hi. I'm gonna come back. This is a pretty cool design. First time I use that part. Hey. Bar. Alright.